Hi there, my name is Adam Mazuz and I am Cloud Solution Engineer working here at Pure Storage.
Hi, and I'm Kyle Grossmiller, also a Cloud Solutions Engineer at Pure.
In this video, we will gonna walk you through how you can build for resiliency for your mission critical workloads that can extend from your on-premises to the cloud.
So to get started, I'll kind of handle what we believe a pretty robust on-premises solution might look like for protecting, in this example, let's just say a mission critical database. So I've got basically two vCenters that are connected to each other, two FlashArray, on-premises FlashArrays that have connectivity to each other, replication connectivity to each other, and then two different virtual machines which have a volume that they share between them. This is where my really critical database data lives. So that database is basically shared between these two virtual machines on premises. The vCenters are connected, so there's HA failover involved. So again, a very robust solution, in terms of on-premises disaster recovery and HA. That database, in turn, is synchronously mirrored between my two FlashArray instances. This is a volume down here. And this database, so anytime a write or read or anything, especially a write though, is written against this database volume on this FlashArray, it has to be acknowledged on both FlashArrays prior to being acknowledged back to the host, which is really important, right, to enable you to maintain data consistency. This volume also transparently appears as a single volume, right, to the end user, but it is in fact being spanned across these two FlashArray instances. So this active cluster, this is a pretty, for us at least at Pure, relatively mature and old technology that's been around for a while, right? But I think one of the really unique things that we're able to unlock with our new AVS and Cloud Block Store offering is the capability to actually use asynchronous replication to bring that production database data into the public cloud. And so Adam, why don't you walk us through what that might look like?
Absolutely. So one of the things that we have with the latest integration between Azure VMware Solution and Cloud Block Store is, as Kyle mentioned, is the ability to connect your FlashArrays to your Cloud Block Store running on Azure. So there's two possible use cases that customer might want to extend the resiliency for their mission critical application to the cloud. The first thing is the seamlessly disaster recovery. So by using the same configuration, the active as sync, they can send this volume and to clone it to CBS. Once they have this snapshot sent to CBS, they can just provision it through AVS and create their virtual machine or their application database that they want to protect. This is one use case. The other use case is to have a dev test environment that their engineering they might leverage on Azure on demand. So they don't want to care about giving them some slice of their infrastructure on a production site. They're just gonna give that on Azure whenever they want to use that environment for specifically development or testing. Once they finish their testing or batching their software, they can just roll back or revert back to their production environment.
That's great. And I think one of the really important keys here as well, right, is that you don't necessarily have to choose dev, test, or DR. This can be both, right? And I mean, it all depends on how big of a footprint do I want to maintain and have in the public cloud. And at the end of the day, right, you can use this for dev test work, disaster recovery, or both, just depending on what your SLAs are and what your cloud budget is. Thanks a lot for joining this video. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.